Hello, everybody. Brent Butt here. Welcome to another promotional self-serving video to promote the upcoming podcast. Look who my guest is. FRED EWANUICK.
Hi.
He's going to be guest number 7 on the Buttpod, which you can find at thebuttpod.com. You're a podcast listener.
I love podcasts.
Yeah, he turns the hat around in case he didn't recognize
It's
him.
just in case.
Imagine he didn't have all the whiskers.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't know we were doing a video component.
I'm trying to sit back because my head is so much bigger than yours.
No, I'm just a little fella.
Yeah, but look at this size
No,
of this.
oh, that's scary how normal that looks.
I know. This is my cross to bear. We had a good time recording the podcast. We've done it already.
It was tons of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yammering for a little bit.
The beer helped.
Yeah, but it was only one.
Just one.
It's not like we got all lit up,
No, I'm not goon.
gooned out of shape.
Yeah. I really like the trivia thing.
Yeah, the
'Cause
more smarter segment.
Yeah, that's fun. And it's like, I don't retain information very well, so I probably heard all that stuff at some point, but it just felt new to me.
It's all just leaking
Yeah.
out of your head.
Yeah, I feel like I'm smarter.
It is a fun segment of the show. I was originally going to call the podcast was going to be called More Smarter.
Yeah, I like Buttpod, but more smarter would be good.
You got the, it's all marketing, right? I got a team of high-priced showbiz marketing geniuses.
It gets to like a lot of different demographics. Like there could be like some kind of fetish group that like are going to tune in and like, oh, this isn't what I thought. But then this is quite
They're
good.
going to be otherwise entertained.
Yeah.
Any moments that you thought we could have done better?
You could have had a better guest.
No, I don't see how that's possible. Look at this guy. He's you want to spread him on a bagel and just eat him up, don't you?
Oh, gross.
Canada's in love with this guy.
Oh, gross. Stick me in a Vitamix.
Sick. What you want to do is put him on one of those like the pressure cookers now that everybody likes.
Instant Pot.
Instant Pot.
I got one.
You only have one?
Yeah, they're amazing.
Let's take a moment to plug the Instant Pot. Now, what do you do in an Instant Pot that you can't do without an Instant Pot?
It just makes it's hands off. So it's kind of like a rice maker, but for like I made one pot pasta, and usually like that's gonna be gross. It was really good.
How many pots are you usually using to make pasta?
Well, at least 2.
Why?
Well, because you can boil the pasta and then you make the sauce. Well, you do it all in one. Yeah?
Guys never had Kraft dinner. One pot pasta. It's been around forever.
I ever tell you I got stopped at the border? I was trying to smuggle Kraft dinner across the border.
Oh no.
We should have talked about that.
Yeah. Let's hang on. Go away. We're going to fire up the podcast again. Now tell the story here.
Well, we didn't actually go down to get Kraft dinner. All our buddies wanted us to get a smokes and booze, so we pretended we were down there for a weekend to bring up more smokes and booze. And I was like, while we're down there, I want a case of Kraft dinner because back then, I don't know now, Kraft dinner in the States, they could use chemicals that they weren't allowed to use in Canada, so it tasted
And they
better.
didn't call it Kraft dinner. They always call it Kraft macaroni and cheese.
That's right. We call it KD.
A little bit of trivia for our U.S. listeners.
And anyway, we got made out. They figured out our scam.
Oh, I thought you and the guys made
No,
out.
we made out.
Get all gooned up in pasta and have a big makeout session. You know how we
It
roll.
wasn't until I got out of Port Moody I realized society works in different ways. But they took away all the booze and cigarettes we bought for our friends, but they let us keep the Kraft dinner.
See, that's NAFTA at work right there. And not to get all political. We didn't frame up. Look at how much I got extra room over here.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, we didn't frame up very well.
Just
Here,
for the rest
scoot.
of it, we'll just scooch over. There you go.
Hello. Look at how much better framed we are now. And we're just ready to wrap up the video. But anyway, check out Freddie on episode number 7 of the Buttpod. You can go to thebuttpod.com for the info for it, but it's wherever. iTunes, Stitcher.
I subscribe. Even before I knew I was going to be on.
Even before he knew me. Years before I had a podcast. He was just subscribed, just waiting. I wonder what this Buttpod's going to be all about. Horribly disappointed and yet entertained.
Very.
Hey, here's another little thing. We're not promising that this is going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
But Fred and Nancy Robertson, who plays Wanda on Corner Gas, is married to me in real life. IRL, as the kids say when they're texting each other.
That's what that means.
You didn't know what that meant?
No. I thought it was some kind of like internet site thing.
Well, they're planning on doing they're kicking around the idea of doing a podcast. Tell the folks about it.
Because what the world needs is another podcast. I think there's a podcast called that.
There's a shortage.
It's right now we're calling it Way Off. And if you tune into the first episode, if it ever gets out there, which I think it will,
Well, I
we
think
had
it
a lot
will.
of fun. instantly you'll see why we called it that. Nancy and I tend to get quite a bit off topic.
Good rambling.
Yeah.
There's some quality rambling going on.
Yeah.
This is very engaging rambling.
Oh, good.
I was engaged more at your guys' test episode than I often am on other people's podcasts who have been doing it for many years.
I appreciate, and he didn't have to say that. I didn't ask him to say that.
I could have just been polite and given the platform.
And every episode, the end of every episode, we'll do a short scene from some movie. We'll read it for you, and if people want to give us suggestions for the thing, we'll do it.
The one that I listened to, this test episode you guys did, Spartacus. They did a scene from
Amazing.
Spartacus.
Nancy Robertson plays Spartacus. You're gonna hear her and go, "Why was it? It should have been Nancy from day one."
Yeah. The fact that she was 1 when they made it. I don't know when did they make Spartacus. She's going to be mad at me now.
I think
it
she was
made.
born.
Yeah.
She was...
Yeah, well, I didn't do the math ahead of time. Where can people get a hold? Now, if somebody has an idea, they say, here's a scene. Because I noticed you said that in the pilot episode, the test episode. You said, get a hold of us, tell us what you want. But there was no information.
We got no infrastructure set up yet. But you could get a hold of me on Twitter, at FRED EWANUICK. FRED, EWANUICK. Not.
I'll put it along there.
Oh, yeah? You can do that?
Yeah.
Okay, not Jeff Eunuch, like I was introduced at the
Jeff,
Leos.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Eunuch.
I think they mean you. You can connect with me or Nancy. What's Nancy's Twitter handle?
Nancy R. Tweets.
Yeah, you can give us suggestions there, and because we're gonna start doing it weekly. So we've done one. We're gonna see if we like it and send it out, or we're gonna do another one. I think we're gonna send it out.
Are you guys going to create a video component to your thing like I do here with this?
It seems like a lot of work.
Well, it's a bit more work, but you can do it sitting down. It's got that going for it.
I'll think about it. I'll talk to my
regardless,
my
at least get yourself a GD email for people who aren't on the Twitter. You know.
Right.
All right, that's it. We should wrap this up.
Okay.
So dial up to thebuttpod.com for episode 7. FRED EWANUICK. We had a good time. Yeah.
Great time. Thanks for having me.